All right, guys. Well, here we go with topic 4. And yeah, don't poke your eye out with that thing, Steve. Oh my gosh. Don't listen to that copy, for God's sakes. But here we go with another best Philadelphia athlete region of the Two Noobs tournament that we've been doing the last few now months. My God, we're almost through. This
See,
region
Matt,
plus two others before we
the
get to
issue
Elite
was
Eight.
I'm preparing this for John if he picks the wrong player
I love
in the
it.
bracket.
I love it.
with
So,
everybody else.
this is going to be interesting with
On an
this
island.
part of the bracket. It's the lower half of the best Philadelphia Philly that's going to be coming out of here. I've deemed this the Citizens Bank Park region.
Nice.
Out of the best Philly bracket. And again, just to recap, we have the top Elite Eight on screen here. Reggie White and Brian Dawkins, of course, will face off. But then we have Mike Schmidt, Eric Lindros, and the good Dr. J for the Sixers at the bottom. And so this, of course, guys, will be the lower half of the Phillies bracket. And again, just to recap real quick, we had a full listing from ranker.com going 1 to 16 for each team: Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, and Eagles. And we narrowed that list down. Minimum of 3 years played in the city, starting from 1983 onward. We then took a look at their production in the field, whether or not they made multiple All-Star games, winning titles, MVPs, Hall of Famers, and of course popularity within the city. And with us, 3. And I think that's pretty much.
Just a quick side note with that, every bracket was at least a 3-hour
Drag out,
Donnybrook
knockout.
at
Yeah, exactly.
times.
Yeah, we beat each other up over all of this.
Yeah, we didn't just pick lightly.
No.
No, the seating was very, very
Yeah,
intense.
it was it was 3 hours per. So
It was interesting. It was probably
we put enough time in this thing.
I would
to
say
feel good.
this was probably on the Philly side was probably the more argumentative one of the 4 that we did. Probably.
Well, I mean,
I think so. I think the Sixer one was the hardest just
was the
because
hardest one.
it had so many crappy Sixer teams over that space.
yeah.
It was hard
And
to
the
pick
fi-
enough
and-
players, but
The Flyers was argumentative, but it wasn't. It was more where to be seated, not
Yeah.
who should be there.
yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
each had their own
Yeah.
struggle. Like
Yeah.
it really
nuance
did.
is
Like
the
looking
kind of
back,
maneuver
I can't
through.
wait till the whole thing
Yeah.
unfolds because it's been a joy.
I'm still upset that we did not include Jose de Jesus in the bracket. But
It's all on me. It's all on me. I'll take it.
My God, that's a name from the past. Yeah, he must have been like in
Well,
the 30s.
I remember him. I remember him specifically because his name on the back of the jersey was a D and a little E,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then the rest of it was like big letters.
Yeah.
And back then the TVs were not high definition, so it was hard to see. So I initially, as a child, I must have been 6 or 7. I thought his name was Dr. Jesus.
Nice.
That's a pretty cool nickname. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started here with the region. John, it is on you, my man. And we are going with the 7 seed Kurt Schilling.
Ooh.
He's
I like
going
me
up
some
against.
Schilling.
Yeah, he's going up against the 10 seed John Kruk.
Ooh.
Kurt Schilling or John Kruk? Ooh.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how much I love John Kruk, like as a human, like not even a baseball player.
Yeah. He's
I like him
one
more-
of the best. Yeah.
I like him more as a baseball player than I do as a human, and I like him that much. Like he's a great human being. Schilling not so much, but
Winner,
damn,
by
could
the
he
way,
pitch.
of this region is going to face Mike Schmidt in the Elite Eight. Should also make that
Yeah.
mention too.
I'm going John Kruk
There you go.
because he's far more memorable as a Philly
okay.
to me than Kurt Schilling, and that's the only reason I'm doing that because Kruk has been around, and God, could he hit?
Yeah.
And it was every
300?
day.
Yes.
Career
Yeah.
300.
Yeah, he was like
right
the
on
point.
the nose. Yeah.
People called him back in those days. Those players called him the poor man's Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
Like they respected him enough to like he could put when he speaks hitting, he gets it. He gets it.
Heart and soul
He's
of the
far
93 Phillies,
far and
too.
away the winner.
Heart and soul- yeah.
Schilling was amazing, but
Left.
I mean,
yeah.
he was way better everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't say he was way better. He just had more opportunities to, he won a World Series with the Diamondbacks and he won a World Series with the Red Sox, who, by the way, if I'm correct, lost last night to Toronto 28-5.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's serious?
He gave up an inside the park grand slam home.
Yep. That's impressive.
Oh my God.
That's
pretty bad.
Yeah.
That doesn't even
But
happen
anyway,
in
yeah.
Little
So
League.
he won a World Series with the Diamondbacks and the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Didn't win one here in '93, but I think you could probably say the best parts of his career, his best performances,
Probably.
Philadelphia. I mean, I watched him strike out 16 Yankees.
Yeah.
First ever interleague series at Veterans Stadium in '96.
There you go.
Well, he
the guy was
doesn't.
a horse.
The team doesn't even get to the World Series in '93 without him.
Oh no.
Without him.
No.
Absolutely.
Like Schilling, but also the same thing. If Cook ain't there,
Yeah.
look how they fell off as soon as he got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. But for him to go out the way he did, he hits like a single, I think. He was playing for the White Sox. He gets a single.
Yeah.
He's told, you're at 300. Okay, I'm done. Walks away and basically retires. He leaves.
That is the
ballpark,
most
and that-
John Kruk thing ever, too.
It's beautiful. It's a great
And the fact
great
that he
ending.
quit ESPN, that also makes a John Kruk thing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's one of ours.
in fact, he was like, I don't want to deal with you idiots anymore. I'm gonna just go do local baseball.
Love it.
That's
I pray, thank God, every day he did that because he is awesome.
Yeah, he's
He's
amazing.
great. He is great. So, Steve, here we go. And this is a 6-11 matchup for you here.
Right.
Both from the 2008 World Series
Uh-oh.
Phillies winners. The 11 seed is Cole Hamels. Your 6 seed is one Chase Utley. So it's Chase Utley or Cole
okay.
Hamels.
Thank God I didn't get
11.
this one.
What do you got,
I'm
man?
going to agonize over this for no other reason than to torture John.
I love Cole Hamels, by the way.
I do love Cole Hamels.
Yeah.
08 World Series MVP, pitched
Yeah.
lights out.
Yeah.
Threw a no-hitter in his last appearance as a Philly.
Yeah.
Was it a perfect game or was it just no-hitter?
No
No
hitter.
hitter.
No hitter.
Yeah. That God Odubel made that catch in the ninth inning. Otherwise, I would have really lost my mind. Oh my gosh. That was unbelievable, that catch.
Chase Utley. I'm going to go with Chase.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
Go for it.
If Hamels is even half of what he was in 08,
Yep.
in 09,
Oh yeah.
I think we go back to back.
Yeah.
But something was not, and he made the stick foot and mouth comment like JT during 09. He's like, I can't wait for this to be over or whatever. it
Yeah.
was. So he was not mentally right during that postseason.
Yes.
And I think, if barring some injuries and other things, I think he could have ended up being maybe the best out of the big four.
I thought so. I always
2010,
thought
2011?
So. Yeah. I always
He
thought
wasn't
so.
right the whole year. I just looked it up. He was 10-11 that year in 2009.
Yeah, he was.
His ERA
that
was
09
4.32.
Yeah.
Like, and that was
And,
the prior year was
on top of that, the
3.09.
run support was not good for him
No.
that year. So it was a learning
struggle.
experience for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nobody
Utley,
scores runs for you when you give up runs. Bad.
but Utley performed 08. Utley performed 09.
Yep.
If it wasn't for bad knees, I think he would have had an even better career than he did here.
Mhm.
Wasn't
Plus,
10,
when he went to the
wasn't 10 his best
It might have been.
first half?
It
Like
might
he
have
went from 8 to 9 to 10, where he should have been the MVP.
He was right in the running. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you had Rollins winning one,
He
and you had
went.
Howard, of course. But yeah,
And then
the
Utley was
next
supposed to
biggest
win
thing
the
was
year
Utley,
after.
and Utley never got there. You're right. You're right. But he
and
was
to put him over the top, he pissed off the Mets
Yeah.
so much.
so much.
Yeah.
That was great.
So much.
You gotta love a guy who can piss the Mets off on 2 different teams, no
Yeah.
less.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
I'll give you one more good Chase Utley just to put a good plan on him.
Yep.
That 09, when Hamels was struggling, he was hitting every ball he could to the short porch and breaking a record.
Yeah.
So he was definitely on that year.
Yeah, crazy. It was hit like 20. It's interesting. I'm just looking up here on Utley hit by pitch. 2007, 25 times. 2008, 27 times.
He never
2009,
moved.
24 times. He never moved.
No, he would
No.
just turn so it would hit him in the back.
Boink,
Yeah. He didn't care.
boink. Drives my friend Mike,
Also,
and he's a Mets fan.
no,
Drives
but-
him nuts every time. Chase Utley! Just drives him nuts. It's great. Steve,
He had
sticking-
back abs.
Yeah, I love it. Sticking with you, Steve. We got a 314 here. The 3 seed is going to be Darren Dalton. The 14 seed is Pat the Bat Burrell. So Darren Dalton, the 3 seed, and Pat the 14.
All right, Pat. I know I give Pat Burrow a lot of crap for the back your butt out for a pitch over the plate, but he was a big important part of the early 2000s teams. He was important on the 08 team. He got a big hit in Game 5.
Oh yeah. Heck
He was the captain of the parade or whatever. With his bulldog was awesome.
yeah.
I think he had a great career as a Philly. Can't say enough good things about Pat Burrell, but he's going up against Darren Dalton.
Dutch. Yeah.
Darren Dalton,
Yeah.
with all due respect to Harry Callis and Chase Utley, the man, Darren Dalton was the man.
The man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the leader of that band of misfits in '93. Could rake as a catcher.
Yeah.
Called a good game.
He was a damn good catcher, too. That's the thing.
Absolutely.
Damn
Outstanding
good catcher.
Fan favorite.
And
yeah.
fan favorite, if Lenny doesn't get him injured in that car accident,
Yeah.
Mhm.
probably even better career as a Philly than he had. But you got to move Darren Dalton. There's no question.
No question. Good choice.
Absolutely.
Good choice. Johnny, to close out the first round of the Philadelphia Phillies overall bracket here, you got a 215. 15
Okay.
seed is Carlos Ruiz. No slouch either. One of the best catchers.
Love Chooch.
But he's going up against your boy, the 2 seed Jimmy Rollins. So what do you think, brother?
I think Chooch would say Jimmy.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Just for just because we like to reminisce while we're doing this. God, that 08 team, that 09 team, that 10 team, Chooch was.
Yeah.
You know what? That back then though, Chooch wasn't hitting that well.
No,
He came on later as a hitter. His bat average went up as he got older.
I had a funny thing with Chooch because I loved Chooch when he was at the plate. It was fun to watch as a catcher, but man, that dude, when he could get a high fastball,
Yeah.
he couldn't lay off it, first of all, which I loved about him. But the damage he could do with it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So I always used to, when he was up at bat, I'd be like, throw him a high fastball. He likes them. Like that, I'd say that every time, like, because he could hit it down the line. He'd hit a home run with a high fastball. He was just so fun to watch. But we're talking about literally the shortstop in their history.
That had the balls to say it's our division. It's our division in 2007.
The guy that took the heat when nobody was hitting went on national TV and was like,
Yeah.
just to take the heat off the rest of the guys. Brilliant. The guy, if you've seen the documentary of the World Series, he's the one in Pat Burrell. Like, I don't know who you are, but I need that guy.
I need number 5.
I need the guy.
Yeah.
He was the leader of that team. So
Yeah.
he was the absolute leader of that 08 team.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I could disagree with you at all on that, Johnny. I think
He's my favorite Philly.
There you go. Yeah.
Like,
that's why I gave it to you.
literally just my favorite Philly. Like, I love what they're doing now. I love that Bryce Harper's a Philly, but still to this, Jimmy Rollins is he's 5'8", and and he's as good as Derek Jeter. Like,
Hell of a player. Hell of a great defender, too. Just one of the all-time bests, for sure.
Yeah.
So, John, moving on to the second round, and this is going to be very interesting because it's set up for you. This would be somewhat controversial, but I think I know where you're going.
yeah.
You got the 6 seed Chase Utley going against the 3 seed Darren Dalton.
Ooh. That's tough.
6-3. Yeah.
I thought you knew where we were going, John.
Hold on.
Yeah. Chase or Darren?
Because they're both. That's the same guy. If you look at those teams,
He's a carbon copy. Yeah.
not the leader, but they were the heart and soul.
Definitely.
Like,
I would disagree. I would say Dalton was the leader of the 93 team.
But Darren might just had more to do with the whole thing because Utley was the dude you like watched, and you wanted his work ethic. Dalton was kind of both of them. He was the leader, and he had the work ethic.
He was the only non-fat guy on the 93 team.
Yeah. Well, no, wait, there was one other one. Who was that?
Kevin
like,
Stocker.
pitcher that was
Wasn't Kevin Stocker?
Jim Eisenreich.
Might have been Jim Eisenreich.
No. There was a pitcher on that team. He might have been the 5th starter that did the whole.
Oh, Danny
Hogan.
Jackson.
Danny
Yeah,
Jackson.
he was bigger than Dalton. He's the only dude bigger than Dalton.
Yeah. So what are you thinking,
Man.
Johnny? Chase or Darren? What do you think?
I wish I could put them both in.
Well, you got to choose one,
I
man.
really do. Like,
Yeah,
Chase was fun to watch. So was Dalton.
both of them were. I think, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Both champions in their own right. Of course, Chase winning the World Series, but
Dalton did win it in
Yes.
Florida.
Yes.
in Florida.
They both do have World Series, but one with the Phillies and one not.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure, and also just for everybody to know, I'm pretty sure if Darren Dalton would have won, he would have said world fucking champions too. So that's not on the board either.
Yeah. What are you thinking, man?
Man,
Had to make a choice.
I'm going on. I was more into baseball with Chase Utley's teams than I was with Darren Dalton's teams.
Wow.
So that's what it comes down to.
So you're
I
going
saw more Chase Utley than I did
of Dutch.
I did Darren Dalton.
So you're going Chase. Okay. Wow. Massive upside. Gotta give you props on that, though. All right. And for Steve, with the second round, this is also a very interesting matchup. 10 seed John Kruk, 2 seed Jimmy Rollins.
Well, it doesn't give me any small bit of pleasure to advance Jimmy Rollins, if for no other reason than to really put the heat on John. But, I don't think, as good as Kruk was, I think Jimmy had a much longer run of success as a Philly.
Wow. Yep.
Kruk, was only around for what, the minimum 3 or 4 seasons.
Yep.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
And as successful as he was, and getting to the 93 World Series with that, Jimmy obviously won it. Was here for a long time. I mean, what was his first year? Like 02?
Yeah.
When he came up?
Yeah.
Or
He was an 18-year-old kid when he came up with us.
I mean, I remember when he came up, it was the early 2000s, and then he didn't leave until we traded him.
Many,
13?
many
like that, yeah.
After he had surpassed Schmitty's
Schmitty with
hits,
the most home
record.
hits. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
And won an MVP and a chip.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think there's any debate you move Jimmy past Kruk, but
There you go.
I don't think Kruk would have a problem with that.
No, I don't either. But if we're gonna do it as broadcasters, I pick Kruk over.
Oh
Jimmy.
yeah, Kruk is.
100%,
Kruk- and that's the same thing. Like with Darren Dalton, if I could include Darren Dalton's run with 97.5. But I can't, you know what I mean? Because that run before he passed away, when he was doing afternoons, he was one of the most magical human beings ever. I would have loved to just had 35 minutes just to listen to the stories of Darren Dalton's life. What a great man.
Yeah.
By the way, Jimmy is no slouch as a commentator.
No.
He's done some Phillies games, like when he's in
And
town.
he's done national too.
And he's
done
good, but
TBS and,
Kruk is just
Kruk
another
is so
level.
much better than Jimmy on that level.
Yeah. You could listen to John Kruk talk for like the entire broadcast.
Even just listen to John Kruk say, "Oh my God," when Bryce Harper hits that home run. You just need that, and
exactly.
That's all you need.
Well, gents, it's down to this: who faces Mike Schmidt in the best Philly bracket, and it comes to the middle of the infield of the 2008 World Series champions. It's either Chase Utley, the 6th seed, or Jimmy Rollins, the 2 seed. So I already have a vote in, which is very interesting. And I think I made my choice. It's going to be a little, I think on my end, a little controversial, but because I do like one other player, but I'm thinking long term here. So
I want John to explain why he hates Chase Utley.
Well, okay. Gents, we have a unanimous selection. We all agree that Jimmy Rollins will move on to face Mike Schmidt in the Elite Eight. So, this is I'll just take the lead here in regards, because I love Chase Utley, huge fan of him in second base. But I think, Steve, the argument you just made about 5 minutes ago about Rollins' career and the fact that he played here for so long. And I love the fact in 07, as a young kid coming in, when the Mets were dominating the division, when the Mets and the Braves were both dominating the division, he's like, nope, it's ours. And I don't care what Atlanta says, and I don't care what the Mets say, it's our division now. And we go on that run, and he kicks off the golden age of Phillies baseball, and we dominate that division for like 5-6 years. It was ridiculous. That's what really kind of put it over the top. And I think Chase was kind of along for the ride in that regard. He was more cool and laid back. It wasn't saying that Chase wasn't a bad player, but he was not the leader that Rollins was in that 08 team.
Yeah, the player
that's
that
also to John's point. Yeah.
The player that you need. Like, Chase Utley is a great baseball player.
Yeah. Always
has been probably his managerial career, which I'm hoping pops off, because I know I think that dude is going to be a great mind. Just him, what he practiced in batting practice, where he explained that he tries to hit the top of the cage because he would rather hit the top of the cage and not see the ball fly, because he knows that if he gets that pitch in a real game, that's a double to the gap. Like, his brain works in a way that doesn't make sense to most people. I think that's why they like him, because he's a heady baseball player.
Yeah.
Always has been, always will be.
Always will be.
He's one of my favorite to watch.
That play in Game 5.
Yeah.
Bake to first and throw home.
That doesn't happen in baseball.
No.
That's how heady he is. He's on the level of Hall of Famers with his mind for the game. But you're talking Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy Rollins is just a flat-out Hall of Famer.
You can't
pick something with him.
Yeah, the talent that we have. Now, I think he drove us all crazy batting leadoff and swinging
maybe the media. He never drove me crazy, because he did everything great. He was a great shortstop. He was a great base runner.
Oh, yeah.
He was an okay hitter, but what shortstop? You know what I mean? What shortstop bats 300? None.
Not many
in the history.
Not many. But I think they see that talent, Johnny. I think they wanted that average up to I think it was like 260, 270. I have to check that post.
And he got it up.
Phillies fans, they went up 280, 290. That's the thing. Yeah.
It's not that he was batting 150.
I'm not sure it was the batting average so much as the on-base percentage.
The on-base, yeah. But
he didn't take a lot of walks.
No, he didn't.
That's what drove people crazy. Yeah, the walks.
Yeah, but he also hit 25 home runs in a season from a leadoff hitter. And we're taking that right now. We literally have the same dilemma with Kyle Schwarber, who is batting under 200 and has 30 home runs.
But has 30 homers.
Jimmy helps us understand, all right, well, at least it's 1-0. And that's what Jimmy was saying his entire career. At least it's 1-0.
That's always been my philosophy. Is like, why would you not want somebody at the top of the lineup to
The pop.
just hit one out of the park?
Yeah.
And have a lead immediately of 1-0.
Put the pressure
And
on.
the funny story with that was because you, just like this team now, you had that because you had Chase Utley coming up next. What if he popped one?
Yeah.
What if Barrow popped one? What if Peace popped one?
Yeah.
What if Worth popped one? You know what I mean? Now it's 5-0, and all they did was swing at the first pitch.
Crazy. Yeah. So that's it, guys. I mean,
Hey, wait a minute! You didn't come to me for a while.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
You
Go ahead.
need to
Go ahead. I'm
explain.
sorry. I'm being so rude over here. Go ahead.
I want this opportunity because I want to thank John for making this one so much easier for me. By advancing Chase Utley over Darren Dalton, I did not have the dilemma I was dreading, which was, who do I pick between Dalton
That
and
would have
Jimmy?
been tough. Yeah, that would have been tough.
That would have been really hard to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not so sure I'm not picking Dalton over Rollins there.
Understood. Understood.
Just the impact on my childhood, but Rollins over Utley, I think for the reasons you guys have said, was a much easier sell for me.
Yeah.
So
Utley is the lowest seed so far to date, the lowest seed that has advanced to the Sweet 16. So there you go. I mean, it really is amazing.
There's a lot of respect for that guy.
Hell yeah.
I think everybody that has watched Phillies baseball in the time frame that we talk about, there's nothing but respect for that guy.
No, not at all. I couldn't agree with you more on that, Johnny. So let's flash up the Elite Eight as we have it on screen right now. And it's, get a load of this list, guys. You got Brian Dawkins going against Reggie White, Mike Schmidt against Jimmy Rollins, Eric Lindros against To Be Determined Later, and Dr. J against To Be Determined Later. 2 more to go, guys, for this entire listing. It's going to be amazing. And it's been such
quite a discussion when we get to the Elite Eight.
When we get to that Elite Eight, good Lord Almighty. Oh, my.
It's gonna be a lot of talking because that's where we got to really put our points down and make
Heck
sure.
yeah. That's where pros and cons. That's why 100, I think it's going to be a really cool episode because it's like you're going to hear both pros and cons of like, okay, who's moving on, and then you go Final Four and then championship. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah. We'll see.
That's the idea. We're just living in it.
Exactly.
Just messing with that.
Exactly. No,
Great job.
That was my
far.
brainchild.
Awesome.
It was my brainchild. So I got to live with the
It's been
consequences.
awesome. I really appreciate that you put all that hard work into the work that me and Steve did is not the same of the idea and how you brought it up, and just really appreciate that you came up with a grand idea that has lasted so many episodes.
Yeah, I was just also saying this too. Thank God you guys brought me back from the brink, because if we had gone just top 16 off of that list, Ben Simmons would have been on there, and it would have been like, "What, Matt? You've lost your mind."
Yeah,
and I would have been like,
Ben Simmons
"Yeah,
sucks.
why would Ben Simmons be on this list?" So yeah,
Ben Simmons still
so thank you
sucks.
for talking me off the brink, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? So,
Ben Simmons still sucks.
yeah.
Well,
exactly.
yeah, I just remember when you brought the idea up, and you're like, and here's the top 16, and we're like, no.
No.
No, we needed to argue it out. It's
Yeah.
It brings you into our childhood and our adulthood. Like we're not gonna sit here and fucking produce a list that somebody else wrote. We'll write our own list. We can do it.
exactly.
Just like why listen to someone else's podcast? We can just fucking produce our own.
Amen
That's
to that,
what we
brother.
do.
There you go. That's right on the money.